Previously on Renexus Plays, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Part 31. In the Imperial city, a few customers of Jensen's shop were saying they had been shaken down by a corrupt Imperial watchman named Audens Avidius. I found a guard captain, Idias Hain, that agreed to have Audens arrested, but I needed the two customers to testify. Audens was later arrested.
These are very serious charges. If you can get two witnesses to testify against Audens Avidius, I'll arrest him. Otherwise, I can't help you.
You've convinced me. If I don't stand up to him, who will? I just hope I'm not committing suicide.
This may be the stupidest thing I've ever done, but I'll testify against Audens Avidius. I suppose someone has to stand up to him.
Audens has now been arrested.
You're wanted dead or alive, Grey Fox. For the Empire! What is it, citizen?
A pleasure to...
Speak.
It's my only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? Come back. I'm pretty handy. Good. Goodbye.
Morning. It's my pleasure. Always keep your... Be seeing.
It's the Grand Champion! I can't believe it's you! Yes! Oh... God! Yes! Here?
I don't have time for you. We're here to serve. You're talking to me, and I don't like you. Goodbye. Just go away.
The common folk of Leowin recognize your valor, even if Count Terentius does not. What do you need, friend? Okay, I'll tell you. It's so great. I sneak into people's houses, take things off their tables and shelves, and put them into barrels. Isn't that rich? They think that things are stolen, but no, they are right there. They just don't know. You too.
These stupid scamps are driving me crazy.
Scamps, you say? Perhaps I can help. I've killed a great number of them already.
Oh, thank you. I had a feeling buying that Daedric staff would be trouble. Now I'm paying for it with more than just some gold.
How did you come across a Daedric staff?
A few weeks ago, a spell sword was passing through Leowin and heard that I liked to buy curiosities. He wanted to sell the staff you see me carrying. I eagerly bought it, knowing the value of Daedric relics. In fact, I was a bit suspicious when he sold it so cheap. His loss, my gain, I figured. After examining it for a bit, I noticed a small word carved on it in runes. Using a book from my library, I translated it. The word was nonsense. However, when I spoke it and held the staff, 4 scamps suddenly appeared. I thought I was done for. Strangely, they all just stood there. It didn't take long before I realized they were following me. I couldn't be seen in town with scamps following, so I decided to discard the staff. I can't explain it, but somehow I can't compel myself to actually let it go. This staff is obviously cursed. Now I'm stuck with it.
I can help, but what do you need me to do?
I need you to get over to the Mages Guild and talk to a good friend of mine, Alvis Uvenum. She's the only one in town that I trust. I was able to get a message to her earlier, but I've yet to get a reply. If I go, then the scamps will follow and my secret will be revealed to all.
You sure you don't want a few pet scamps brightening up the house a bit?
The beastly little creatures are nasty, smelly, noisy, and wrecking my beautiful house. I must be rid of them. I can't let people know I have scamps in here, or they'll think I've taken to Daedra worship. Try explaining that to the town guard.
Perhaps you're right. You say Alvis at the Mages Guild could help, right?
Alv should be able to help rid me of this staff. We play cards at the Three Sisters often and are old friends. Seek her advice.
Okay, I'll go speak with her now.
Alvis is a practiced researcher. She's sure to have some good information for you.
Have mercy, just one going.
Poor Rosantia. She's been trapped in her house for days.
How do you know about this?
Frankly, the smell gave you away. You must have stepped in, well, let's just say something that isn't pleasant. Just be sure and keep this quiet. If the other mages even knew that I was involved with Rosantia's new guests, I could get kicked out of the guild.
I am the Archmage. I could kick you out myself. I will, unless you tell me about this staff of hers.
Doing a bit of digging, I'm afraid Rosantia's been stuck with the staff of the Everscamp. Nasty bit of fun by Sheogorath, I'd say. The only way she can be rid of it is if someone willingly accepts it. It can't be discarded in any other manner. No one would buy that thing once it's activated like it's been. The only chance is to return it to its original resting place, Darkfathom Cave. Inside the cave, there's rumored to be a shrine to Sheogorath. That's where the staff can finally be dropped, and the scamps should remain behind. I also learned that the staff makes the owner move much slower than normal. I suppose it's another way the Creator upped the annoyance factor. Please, bring Rosentia this information at once. And if you can, help her. I think she's about to crack under the pressure, poor thing.
I guess it's not so simple as to just kill the scamps, is it?
Oh, yes. Don't bother trying to kill one of them. As soon as you do, another will take its place. It's endless. Quite the curse, eh? Sheogorath certainly has a sick sense of humor. Send Rosentia my regards. If there's anything else I can do, please let me know.
I was afraid you wouldn't come back.
Well, I may have to get rid of a few people at the guild later, but always told me that I could take your staff to Darkfathom Cave to try and lift the curse.
Oh, please, I beg you. Take this staff to Darkfathom Cave and get rid of it and the scamps forever. I can't fight, and who knows what's guarding the shrine? Plus, do you know how dirty caves are? It'll ruin anything I wear. Do this for me, and I'll reward you with another one of my curios I picked up a few years ago. A valuable ring. Are you ready?
A ring? I mean, I have more than enough rings as it is. But if I get to kill things, then sure, I accept. Give me the staff, and I'll get rid of it.
Here's the staff. As soon as you leave, the scamps will thankfully follow. Do be careful. I don't wish your death on my hands as well. Darkfathom Cave isn't that far from here, but the route may be treacherous. Be careful and journey safe.
I've willingly accepted the staff from Rosentia. The scams are now under my escort. I should hasten to Darkfathom Cave and be rid of these adorable creatures. I've arrived at Darkfathom Cave. I should proceed inside. I've arrived at the shrine of Sheogorath. I should find the altar and place the staff near it. I've placed the staff near the altar at the shrine of Sheogorath. The scams seem pleased with their new home, and sadly have stopped following me. I should return to Rosentia with the news.
You're wanted dead or alive, Grey Fox. It's the Grey Fox! You're under
This is
arrest!
getting annoying.
I accept your surrender.
You've done it!
Indeed I did.
I don't see any scamps or the staff.
I've returned the staff, and those lovable scamps are gone.
As promised, here's the ring. I bought it from a shop in the Imperial city many years ago for an ex-lover of mine. He ran off with someone else, so now the ring belongs to you. The owner of the shop called it the Ring of Eidolon's Edge. I think you'll like it.
Okay. Let me just have a look.
Farewell, and may you find your way home safely each night to a warm fire.
Onion, thanks and all, but sadly not very useful for me.
How goes it?
I've heard others say the same.
The new owner sure has turned Benerus Manor around. It's now a welcome addition to our city.
Oh, I'll never get that crystal ball back. Not with those frightful spirits floating around.
Are you trying to tell me something, lady?
This is a travesty. A complete and utter travesty. The crystal ball is just sitting there in the hold, but I'll be damned if I'm going back on board. And nobody will help me. Nobody. Not with those spirits roaming the decks. I don't suppose you'll help me. No, of course you won't.
That's right, I won't. Ha, just kidding. Yes, I'll help you get it back.
Of course you can't. Nobody ever wants to help. That's the... Wait, did you actually say you'd help me? Oh, how wonderful. I can't thank you enough. I've been going out of my mind ever since my crew was murdered. This is my ship, you see, the Serpent's Wake. I hired the crew to sail to Somerset Isle to retrieve a family heirloom, my mother's crystal ball. They made the journey and arrived back all right, but then someone murdered them, all of them. Now their spirits are haunting the ship. The crystal ball is in a chest in the ship's hold, but I can't get to it. I made it as far as the captain's cabin, but the spirits nearly killed me. Get the crystal ball and return it to me here, and I'll make it worth your trouble. Here, you'll need this key. Thank you so much.
How do you do? What's going on with you? I hear there were some goblins around here recently. Awful creatures. I avoid those things whenever I can. Horrible creatures. Good day. Bye. Well met.
Oh, you've returned. I do...
I have retrieved Verule's crystal ball. I must now return it to her on the top deck of the Serpent's Wake.
You've returned. I do hope you have good news. You did it. You actually made it back with a crystal ball. Oh, thank you. Here, please take this as a reward. It's the captain's enchanted cutlass. I managed to grab it when I was in his cabin before his spirit chased me out. Oh, thank you so very much.
Great, thank you. Now I can't move.
A pleasure. For the right price. Only quality goods for sale here.
It's my pleasure. Always keep your magical equipment. Goodbye.
Go away.
Are you kidding me? Buddy.
Yes?
Rumors? Now.
It's always a pleasure to hear Uruvasa or Thralis speak at the chapel. She has a real way with words. Stop talking. What seems to be... Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? The one that closed the Oblivion Gate and saved the city.
Leave me alone.
So good to see you again.
Ahe Hunantir, you're looking live and awake. Heard anything of interest lately?
I'm glad Mars lives here in Burville. She's an excellent healer.
I said, of interest.
Farewell, friend. What can I do for you, Archmage? You seem quite intriguing.
Please, share your thoughts.
Have you heard?
A pleasure to... I've sighted the Forlorn Watchman again. Every time I see that ghost, it gives me the creeps.
Tell me more about this forlorn watchman. What do you know?
I don't know much about that ghost, but some say he died in a horrible shipwreck. I would stay away from him if I were you. Bad omen. Each night, he wanders the shore of Niben Bay. Then he stops and looks mournfully out to sea.
If you're interested, you may want to see Gilgondarin at Silverholm on the Water. When it comes to local legends, he's the best source in town.
Okay, I'll go have a chat with him. Thanks.
You too.
Hello there.
You seem quite intriguing. It's you. Hi.
You've got some nimble fingers.
Oh, Gilgondarin. Silverholm on the Water has beds and food. What's your pleasure?
None of the above, I'm afraid. I heard you're the best person to speak to. About the forlorn watchman. What can you tell me about him?
The watchman looks like he may have been a sailor. No one knows where he came from, or why he looks so sad.
I don't like talking about the dead like they're some kind of tourist attraction, but that spirit has been making his ghostly journey for years now.
We've learned to just accept that he's there. Every night, sure as clockwork, he appears at Bonwatch Camp at 8 on the shore of Nibbin Bay.
He's never harmed anyone, but most people give him a wide berth. You seem curious enough, so I'll be glad to pinpoint where he appears on your map.
Right? Thanks, Golden Doran. Did I say that right? I just want to see him for myself.
Be seeing you.
Spare it.
Gilgan Doran told me that the Forlorn Watchman appears at Bonwatch Camp every night at 8 p.m. The ghostly figure of the Forlorn Watchman has appeared on the shore of the Nibbin Bay. Perhaps I should watch him for a bit and see what he does. Audens, what you doing here? You're supposed to be in jail.
First, I'll kill you.
Blake, don't be a sore loser.
First, I'll kill you. Then, I'll get Rustlin and Laurent. You'll all pay for what you did to me.
Someday perhaps, but not today, Audens. Where did I go, eh? I'm afraid it's good night, Audens. Audens Abadias is dead. He was that crooked guard in the Imperial city that had threatened Laurent and Rustlin. He must have escaped from prison. He kept raving about how he would get me for putting him in jail. I should disable that.
I was once the man known as Grantham Blakely. Look for me in the mouth of the panther. Please, release me.
Evening.
How are you?
Well met.
Hey Gilly, I spoke to the Forlorn Watchman. He said something about the mouth of the panther. Do you know what this is?
Sure, I know what that is. Any sailor worth his weight in sea salt could tell you. The mouth of the panther is what they call the delta where the Panther River meets Nibbin Bay. It got its name from the pointed rocks that jut out of the water there. Sort of looked like teeth. Mouth, panther, teeth, get it?
No.
Ships are always careful to stay away from it, especially when it's foggy on the bay. The rocks would tear right through a ship's hull like parchment.
Could you tell me where to find it, please?
Be glad to. Here, let me have your map, and I'll mark the spot for you.
Thank you. So the watchman told me his name was Grantham Blakely. Do you know this name?
Never heard the name Grantham Blakely before. Means nothing to me. Sorry. Good
I've
day.
been better. Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out.
Good.
Yes, Master. You need me? You are the... Pay attention and you can learn a lot. I'm willing to... Let's see if... Let's get to... Let's see if we...
Goodbye.
Yes, Master. You need me? Rano, there's much I can show you. Good that you want. There's much I... Pay attention. Good that you want.
Go hurt something. Yes, Master. You need...
It's my pleasure. You've got a lot to... Knowledge. I'm willing to... You've got a... Let's get to... Let's see if we can...
Good day.
Gilgandoran said that the mouth of the panther is a reference to the old nautical term for the Panther River and the delta where it meets Nibbin Bay. The name was given to it by settlers because of the pointed rock formations jutting from the water that vaguely resembled teeth. He added its location to my map. I should make my way over there to unravel Grantum's cryptic message. I've arrived at the mouth of the Panther. Beyond the tooth-like rocks is the remains of a small cargo ship named the Emma May that looks like it sank a long time ago. I should investigate this wreck. In the wreck of the Emma May, a spirit attacked me. The vessel seems completely infested with them. I suspect them to be the remains of the Emma May's crew. Why this happened to them puzzles me. I should press forward and investigate further. I've discovered the logbook of the Emma May. It appears that at some point, there was a mutiny and the ship was diverted from its course. 2 men tried to stop the mutiny, but were imprisoned below decks. Seeking shelter from a bad storm, the ship pulled into what looked like a safe cove. That was the last entry. I fear they didn't see the rocks of the mouth of the Panther and ran aground. I should continue investigating. I found a key in the remains of Gable, the traitor named in the Emma Maze log. I should search the Emma May for a lock to match. I found a skeleton chained to the wall in the lowest deck of the Emma May. I believe these to be the remains of Grantham Blakely. I should use the key I found to unlock his shackles.
I knew one day someone with unyielding virtue would heed my words and speed my release. You risk much to perform such a selfless act. This noble deed will not go unrewarded. Look upon the ground in this prison. There you will find a map to my gratitude. I thank you with all my heart. Farewell.
I now have Grantham's map in my possession. With it, I should be able to find the location of his treasure. Grantham's map has led me to a treasure chest concealed among some rocks. This must be where Grantham hid his belongings while he was at sea. He has passed this on to me now, as a reward for helping free his spirit.